Please rise. Thank you. Thank you so much. Please all be seated. Thank you so much. Good morning. Good morning. How we doing? How we doing? All righty, all righty. I'm Jacqueline Barnett, the Division Chief and Program Director, and I am honored to welcome family, friends, the esteemed faculty and staff, guests and honorees, and most importantly, the Duke PA Class of 2024. Yes, what an ovation. For those family and friends visiting for the first time, welcome to a hot, humid August day in Durham, North Carolina, known as the tastiest town in the South, home of the Duke Blue Devils, and our phenomenal Duke PA program, the birthplace of the PA profession. Today is a monumentous occasion, a day of celebration, reflection, as we come together to honor the incredible achievements of the class of 2024. Our 57th graduating class, more graduating classes than any other PA program in the world. So class, let's start off by saying you did it. Please look to your classmate on the right and left. Give them a huge DPAP, Duke Blue Devil high five. High five and say we did it. Not only did you do it, many of you already have job offers, jobs, fellowships, and places to go and things to do when you leave here after this weekend. That is just amazing, just amazing. You are now part of the Duke legacy of graduates, where the profession was founded in 1965, and our first class of 3 graduated in 1967. While many of you know Dr. Eugene Stead and that he is considered to be the founder of the profession, Dr. Harvey Estes was right there with him and was actually in charge of the program, the department, when those first 3 graduates graduated. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. Estes, he said that he was proud of the PA profession and thought it was going to be the biggest innovation in medicine in his lifetime. The biggest innovation in medicine in his lifetime. And from my perspective, I think he was 100% correct. And I'm going to reflect on that for a second. Just think about and reflect on where you were 2 years ago. Many of you headed to Durham, finishing out jobs, and think about the knowledge, clinical skills, and your professional development, growth, and metamorphosis over the past 2 years, all that you have learned and accomplished as PA students. As a class in the past year, just in the past year alone, you have provided care to nearly 90,000 patients, 31,000 children and adults, 14,000 from rural and medically underserved communities, 6,000 for mental health and wellness needs, and nearly 4,000 veterans. You advocated, served, and volunteered at organizations to improve access to food, housing, health care. You went to the North Carolina legislature and advocated for PA practice. Thank you so much for this work in Durham and beyond. Yes, the PA profession is the greatest innovation. Like you, PAs are making a difference in healthcare. Last year, PA saw an estimated 10.8 million patients A week, nearly 11 million patients weekly were seen by PAs, and 25% of those provided care to patients in designated medically underserved areas. Where would these patients be getting health care if it were not for the innovation of the PA profession? Yes, we are an amazing innovation. Don't you agree? Class of 2024, you are ready and the program has prepared you well. You will continue to grow in your medical knowledge and clinical skills through lifelong learning, and you will continue to lead and serve. Carl Toney, a 1979 graduate, says, "To be a Duke PA means to be a leader in the profession and a change agent for communities." When I think of communities, it brings me right back to this glorious, majestic, magnificent Duke Chapel. Magnificent. According to the strategic plan, the Duke Chapel opens doors to people of all faiths and circumstances and stands as a beacon of hope on campus and in the community that bridges faith and learning. Places of worship serve as a powerful symbols to the communities in which they serve, and the white coat that you will wear as a PA will serve as a powerful symbol to patients who seek your care. As healthcare providers, you will be the Duke Chapel, caring, compassionate, serving as a beacon of hope to many patients and many communities, and the patients who come your way and expect the best care you can provide, irrespective of their circumstances. That is the legacy and innovation of the Duke PA. To paraphrase a quote from Vice Admiral Vivek Murthy, the 19th Surgeon General of the United States, "Please never forget that even as we pursue new medicine and cure, compassion and love are the oldest medicines we have. The power to heal is immense." Class, before I step away from this podium, I'm going to ask you to stand. I'm going to ask you to stand up. Please stand. I want you to turn to the family and friends who have supported you in this journey. You know, the folks you complained to, slept on their couches, ate their food, took their money, and give them a round of applause. Thank you. Family and friends, it's time for them to get a job and pay some bills. Stay standing, students. I want you to acknowledge the faculty, staff, preceptors, and the Duke community that has supported you and dedicated the past 2 years providing you the best possible PA education. Let's please give them a round of applause. Please extend gratitude to Avril Aberdeen, who took the lead on this event planning, coordinated this amazing ceremony and reception to follow at the Duke. Thanks to her, to Jody, Larissa, and April, and all who supported her to execute this event, and all of our staff and faculty that are here today to support you on this journey. Class of 2024, it's been truly an honor traveling this PA education journey, the one we told you from the beginning to trust the process. Trust the process. The program faculty and staff are excited to turn you loose to join the legacy of Duke alum. We expect that you will do great things, because that is what Duke PAs do. We will always be here from you today. We will be here from you 10 years from now and 20 years from now. The program is always here to support you. I want to thank you from my heart for the opportunity to speak with you today and for the honor of serving as your program director. Congrats. Again, we are so proud of you. Please have a seat. I meant to tell you to have a seat a minute ago. As I step away from the podium, I am honored to introduce the esteemed Dr. Kenyon Raley, a family metaphysician and a dedicated medical director to our Duke PA program. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
Greetings, students, loved ones, colleagues. I would like to begin my comments, brief comments, with a few acknowledgments. First of all, to the students, class of 2024, and soon-to-be physician assistants. It has been an honor to watch you learn and live and grow over these last few years. I have a few words. I am proud of you. We are proud of you. To my colleagues, the amazing staff, faculty at the Duke PA program, to our leader, Dr. Barnett, I'm also thankful for your professionalism, your dedication, your passion, your late nights, your support, to the families and loved ones gathered here, but also to those that couldn't be here, to those that have passed on. I'm appreciative of your dedication, your passion, your late nights, and your support. In 3 words, we thank you. To the ancestors, thank you for imbuing us all with your spirit, your resiliency, your sacrifices, and your example. 3 words as well, we honor you. And lastly, to the doubters, to the naysayers, to the disappointments, to depression, to self-doubt, to failures, to fears, I have 4 words. We are still here. I greet you in my role as medical director and faculty member of the PA program, and in that role, I participate in administrative and logistical tasks to support Dr. Barnett as program director, as well as work with faculty, staff, and students in didactic instruction and clinical experiences to keep up with our practice standards. Among my various roles, those that know me and have heard it said often, I may be an MD by training, but I'm a PA by heart. And in my time with these amazing students, I've had the opportunity to participate in small groups, in lectures, in meetings, and it's one of those lectures that I channeled a character from one of my favorite movies, The Matrix. So if you haven't seen it, it's a movie that came out in the 90s. Some were not even born then. It starred Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne, among others. And I love this movie, and it's considered one of the best science fiction movies of all time, and I agree. This movie has so many allegories, so many lessons about leadership, about life, about the mind. And it basically, without giving anything away, is about a world where the relationship between computers and humans, for lack of a better word, is challenging. Let's just say that in almost every post-apocalyptic science fiction movie, artificial intelligence didn't turn out so well. The same thing happened in The Matrix. So there's parallels, potentially. So this morning, and as you become practicing providers across various specialties and roles in a few short months, particularly perhaps in the United States, and specific to you as healthcare providers, for lack of a better word, there are some challenges. The current landscape for medical providers reveals that mental health and burnout is a major issue. Showing up for your patients and being present for them is hard, while somehow managing family, finances, faith, your physical body. Not to mention having to navigate uncertainties created by everything from deciding if Cowboy Carter is truly country music, to global conflicts, to climate change. Preventable chronic illnesses are increasing, and the financial and physical burdens of heart disease, diabetes, across populations is increasing too. Funding and financial reimbursement models continue to reward reactive care over proactive care. Technology is ever changing. Electronic health records, telemedicine, and AI-driven decision-making, it all has the potential to enhance our ability to provide care and destroy disease. But navigating these systems in ways that improves patient care and creates efficiency sometimes is hard. Inequity itself is a challenge. And as a clinician, you may struggle on behalf of your patients against seemingly immovable systems designed to confuse caregivers, constrict cost sharing, and constrain clinical decision making. It can be frustrating when even the best medical providers are unable to intervene and address inequities that are required, that policy changes are required to change, that are controlled not by patients and providers, but rather by partisan politics. PAs have unique challenges, ranging from scope of practice debates to how PAs are utilized in various states, managing public perceptions, enhancing awareness of the profession, concerns over creating fair reimbursements, as well as making sure PAs are integrated into health profession teams appropriately and practicing top of scope. Make no mistake, and I don't mean to sound negative, but it can feel like a battle, a war. So we're maybe not at war with AI, at least not yet, but a war amongst ourselves. And it's tempting to stay asleep, to be a part of the matrix instead and turn away. Yet, to quote another hero of mine, other than Morpheus, I believe it was Uncle Ben, Spider-Man's uncle, who teaches us, with great power comes great responsibility. And if I may borrow from another great, appropriate perhaps for these halls, for unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall much be required. I'll offer a few anecdotes of inspiration and channel Morpheus one more time. And even if you haven't seen the movie or the sequels, my hope is that these words will resonate and permeate as we celebrate. My first advice is to go down the rabbit hole. The movie The Matrix is really about deeper truths. I would offer that as you see patients and people in your new reality as a practicing PA, dig beneath the surface. Going deeper down the rabbit hole with your patients and people means looking beyond the surface, beyond the physical and phenotypical characteristics that we often see on the outside, the things that society perhaps has inappropriately taught us are important but are not. And just like the iceberg analogy, we and you and they are so much more beneath than what we see. Reality itself is shifted when you seek truths beyond your own perceptions. Imagine a world where all of us sought understanding first from someone else's point of view, rather than seeking judgment. Second, and again to use the Matrix analogy, ignorance isn't bliss. In the movie, there's a character that decides essentially that they would rather stay asleep than face reality. I'm here to say that there are many challenges, of course, yet we must seek information and learn. Our ignorance or our ill-informed intents must be mitigated. And I would encourage you to keep a growth mindset, just like you did when you made that decision to change careers and go to PA school. Look for opportunities to learn about others. Wake up to ideas and concepts of people and places outside of yourself and do the work to educate yourself. And my last recommendation reflects on one of the core themes of the Matrix that I believe our destinies are in large part dependent upon the choices that we make. Said more simply, each of you, all of us, we are the chosen ones. So choose. What do I mean? Well, imagine I'm holding two pills, or two paths, one red, one blue. On the one hand, let's say the blue pill. This is the easier choices, to stay in judgment of people and patients when they fail, to do the unprofessional thing before thinking, to not take accountability when you are wrong, to stay in your political or ideological corner, to stay in your comfort zone surrounded by people, politics, and social media posts that confirm your biases. The choice of staying asleep to the realities of injustice and inequity. You take that pill, wake up tomorrow and believe whatever you want to believe. On the other hand, the red pill, that's the choice of empathy, the choice of being slow to speak, quick to listen. This is the choice of staying curious, following the rabbit hole into wonderland when patients and people grant you the opportunity, no matter how deep it goes. Will you choose forgiveness when you are wronged? Will you forgive yourself? Will you choose grace and mercy over resentment? Will you choose prevention over reaction, being over doing, feeling over fixing? Dare I say it, the red pill is the harder choice. It's love over hate, life over death. Believe me that when I say we have a difficult choice ahead of us. If we are to be prepared for it, we must first shed our fear of it. My hope is that as we move towards this next phase of reality, as clinicians in primary care, emergency care, surgical care, intensive care, you will move to new spaces and places, truthfully unafraid. And you remember that you are not here because of the path that lies before you, but because of the path that lies behind you. If we agree to take that pill, then all of us can be the change that we want to see. All of us have the power to wake up and wake others up. And no matter your so-called race, religion, or even your reality, all of us can be the one. Thank you.
I would now like to welcome our class president, Naomi Lanus, to give some remarks.
Let me just get prepared here. All right, thank you, Dr. Barnett. So hi, everyone. I'm Naomi. I had the honor of being the president of this amazing class. So first of all, I just wanted to say congratulations to all my classmates, and a special congratulations to anybody who actually kept their VA credentialing active all of clinical year. And of course, thank you so much to all our faculty and staff who made our PA education possible. When I first thought about running for a position on Stud Society, I actually wanted to run for vice president. And then I heard that Jamie was running, and I knew I didn't have a chance. So I decided to run against 4 other people. And when I wrote my speech, when I was running for president and presented it, I said, vote for someone who will not only be a good fit for the position, but who will deliver a graduation speech that will hopefully inspire us for the rest of our careers. I didn't think I would actually win and have to follow through on this, but here I am 2 years later, and we're gonna give it a shot. But in all seriousness, I am so happy that I did choose this position. Not only did I have my hair is just crazy right now, a phenomenal SED officer team, but our entire class did some amazing things, and we will hopefully forever be known as the class of firsts. First charitable formal that raised $5,000. First white coat ceremony at Trent Siemens, and Duke PA Day at the legislature, among others. So when I look back to August 2022, not totally sure how PA school was gonna go, it feels like we were totally different people back then. PA school was a growing process for all of us. Not only have we gone from MAs, techs, and all the other pre-PA jobs to advanced practice providers, but we had to push through and continue to adapt to the hurdles of life outside of Duke during all of it. This program was a lot of work, but life didn't get any easier or put on hold. Hardships endured, from taking care of kids to losing loved ones to financial strain. And unfortunately, just because we finished the grueling curriculum of PA school doesn't mean that life isn't going to keep throwing wrenches at us through it all. All this to say that you can't wait until you finally get good at your job, or you finally get married, or you finally get that raise to be proud of yourself, to be proud of what you've done and enjoy the fruits of your labor, which for us was literally accomplished through blood, sweat, and tears. On that note, it's cliche to say, but let's not forget to take a moment to appreciate the path that got us here, from getting your patient presentation torn apart on rounds, to taking way too many tests didactic year, to, in my case, reapplying for PA school when I got rejected from 14 schools the first time. And thank goodness I did, otherwise I may not have ended up at Duke with the best class of all time. So, we are more deserving than ever to just enjoy the life we've created for ourselves, that we've earned here on this floating rock in the middle of nothing with 7 billion other people. Enjoy the experience, know your worth, laugh out loud, and continue the theme of our wonderful class. Become a trailblazer in your community by speaking your mind and bringing your ideas to the table to get a first of your own. So when you walk into your job on your first day, breathe, relax, and remember you were put here for a reason. In this noble profession that you have chosen to make this world a better place through caring for our patients and have a good time doing it. It's possible you may have to take a little longer to train in your new job than you thought, but do not compare yourself to anybody. Concentrate on how you can improve and seek the feedback necessary to do it. Go back to that little incoming PA student 2 years ago and remind yourself of the ocean of information that you learned. Trust your gut. Remember, don't change your answers. Eventually, I promise, things will fall into place. The important thing is that you don't let the journey bring you to your knees. And I'm going to say this again because I feel like it's been a while. We heard it a million times first year, but I'm going to say it again. Give yourself grace. And make yourself, your loved ones, and your patients proud by striving for your own personalized maximum potential. The best version of yourself comes from all angles, whether that be being a killer PA that everybody can depend on, or being kind to yourself when things aren't exactly going as you'd hoped. It's not about being perfect. It's about being able to take what you've been through and the mistakes you've made and using them to fuel the fire. And before you ask, no, I did not use ChatGPT to write this speech. Honestly, it had the corniest suggestions. They're not quite as good as us humans just yet. But with that, I say again, congratulations to my fellow graduates. I am so proud of every single one of you. And I hope that you choose to fill a life filled with joy and fulfillment, both in your careers and outside of it. So with that, for the final time, I say thanks, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. And go Duke. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Naomi, for your leadership of the class. Thank you. We really appreciate all of your efforts. We're going to get ready to transition into the awards aspect of our ceremony. Let me pull this down. She's a little taller than I am. For the awards aspect of our ceremony. And so I would like our first award presenter to come to the podium, Dr. Melinda Blazer, who's going to be presenting the Richard J. Sheely Award.
Good morning. Congratulations, class of 2024. It is my privilege to present the Richard John Sheely Award today to a member of this year's graduating class. This honor is bestowed annually upon a graduating member of the class. Richard Sheely was a graduate from the class of 1967 and was one of the original PA classes, along with Kenneth Farrell and Victor Germano. Following his graduation, Mr. Sheely worked as a PA at Duke and in the Durham community. Beyond his clinical practice, he was a pioneer and a leader in our profession. He played a key role in founding the Stead Society, our student organization named for Dr. Eugene Stead, a founding figure of the PA profession. Mr. Sheely was an advocate for the PA profession's growth, and alongside other early graduates from Duke, helped to establish the American Association of Physician Assistants in 1968, known today as the American Academy of Physician Associates, or AAPA. AAPA represents nearly 180,000 PAs today and remains the national voice for PAs on healthcare and workforce issues. Mr. Shealy achieved these significant milestones in just a few short years before his passing in 1970 at the age of 31. His legacy endures in the organizations he helped to create and in the many graduates of our esteemed program. The Duke PA program established the Shealy Award in 1970 to honor the accomplishments of this distinguished alumni. This award is given annually to a student who exemplifies leadership, professionalism, and academic excellence throughout the 2 years of their training. This year's recipient embodies these qualities to the fullest and is, quote, a person who cares deeply about others, strives to make a positive impact, energizes the room, encourages growth in others, and embodies the spirit of collaboration. This individual has excelled as a leader in the DPAP STED Society and has been actively engaged in PA advocacy at both the state and national levels, including service as the Director-at-Large to the North Carolina Academy of Physician Assistants, or NCAPA. Multiple faculty and state leaders have described her as a visionary trailblazer who overcomes obstacles with determination. Emily Adams, the CEO of NCAPA, noted this student is a remarkable individual who exemplifies the leadership, commitment, care, and determination necessary to be an effective PA advocate. It is fitting that she receives an award named after Richard Shealy. This student attended AAPA's Leadership and Advocacy Summit and applied those advocacy skills that she learned to organize the first ever DPAP Legislative Day at the North Carolina General Assembly. As the CEO of NCAPA shared, she inspired her classmates to catch the advocacy bug, successfully engaging her cohort to advocate for changes to PA practice laws for the inclusion of PAs in all healthcare legislation. She was recognized with a professionalism celebration following a peer nomination for her exemplary professionalism and promotion of the PA profession during this event. Equally as impressive is her commitment to patient care through advocacy for underserved primary care communities, mental health services, and the LGBTQ+ population. Alongside numerous accommodations for her extensive clinical knowledge, one clinical preceptor described her as emotionally sensitive, highly compassionate, and respectful towards all members of the healthcare team, patients, and families. Faculty members highlight her willingness to support classmates, her staunch advocacy for patients, and the spirit of collaboration she brings. It has been an honor and a privilege to witness the remarkable growth and transformation of this individual during her time in PA school. I eagerly anticipate the positive changes she will bring to the PA world in the future. In recognition of her outstanding achievements, service to her class, advocacy for patients and the PA profession, while also demonstrating the professional character of an exemplary physician assistant, it gives me great pleasure to present this year's Richard John Shealy Award to Tina Hillman.
Amazing. Okay, I would like to now call to the podium Professor Quincy Jones, and she's going to be presenting the Joyce C. Nicholas Award.
Okay. Congratulations, class of 2024. I have the honor of presenting the Joyce Clayton Nichols Award to a member of this year's graduating class. This award is given annually in honor of Joyce Nichols, a 1970 Duke PA program graduate. Joyce was the first woman to graduate from our program and the first African American woman to practice as a PA. She established one of the first rural satellite clinics in the country and then practiced at Lincoln Community Health Center here in Durham for more than 2 decades, retiring in 1995. Joyce was a true pioneer of the PA profession. She was a charter member of the American Academy of Physician Assistants and the North Carolina Academy of Physician Assistants. She is best known and remembered, however, for her advocacy on behalf of the poor and underserved. In particular, Joyce was a tireless voice for Durham residents living in public housing, even serving as a commissioner for the Durham Housing Authority. She also served on the Board of Trustees for the Durham County Hospital Corporation, where she focused on healthcare access issues. Over the years, she received numerous awards in recognition of her advocacy and humanitarian efforts, but perhaps none more fitting than when the Durham Housing Authority named a new affordable housing community, the Joyce, in her memory. In 2015, the Duke University PA program established the Joyce Clayton Nichols Award to honor a member of the graduating class who has displayed exemplary qualities of service, advocacy, and humanitarianism in their training. This year's recipient has demonstrated exemplary commitment to the mission of our program and our profession through her advocacy work and passion for the community. Prior to PA school, this service demonstrated a commitment to the health of people both globally and locally. Through service in the Peace Corps, she cared for underserved populations abroad and stateside. She brought her passion for service to the Duke community, and across her 2 years at the program has logged over 70 hours of service while completing her PA training. She volunteered with Root Causes, a student-led organization that reduces barriers to healthcare and supports access to healthy foods, housing, and safe exercise participation. The student also provided mentorship and professional development through the Health Professions Recruitment and Exposure Program, a program promoting healthcare careers in people from historically underrepresented backgrounds. She dedicated hours of service to the Durham community through events such as Burton Elementary Project, the Alliance Medical Ministry, and the Community Health Coalition CPR program, among many others. In addition to all of this service, the student opted into an additional longitudinal curriculum aimed at reducing health disparities in people who identify as sexual and gender minorities. Finally, this student co-founded and co-led the Reproductive Health and Justice Special Interest Group, which connected Duke PA students with experts who provided additional teaching and facilitated discussions on important health, reproductive, and justice topics. I can say without question that Joyce Nichols would be proud. In recognition of these accomplishments and her service and advocacy, it gives me great pleasure to present this year's Joyce Clayton Nichols Award to Gabrielle Aiden.
Amazing. Okay. We're going to bring up our third award presenters, I should say. Nishat Israt Hussain and Molly Austin are going to be presenting the Buddy Lee Treadwell Award.
Good morning, everyone. It is my great honor and privilege to present the Henry Buddy Lee Treadwell Award this year. This teaching award is named in honor of Mr. Treadwell and recognizes his extraordinary working relationship with Dr. Amos Johnson, representing the ultimate educator-learner dynamic. According to PA History Organization, this relationship helped Dr. Studd firm up his vision for what a physician assistant should be and what the PA learning dynamic should look like. Today, I am deeply honored to recognize PA Maribeth Mandel, who truly embodies the spirit of this award. During my family medicine rotation at Duke Pickens Clinic, Maribeth's unwavering dedication to my education was remarkable. I felt seen, heard, and valued as a PA student. Maribeth created a supportive learning environment that encouraged critical thinking and allowed us to take full ownership of patient care. Her commitment to ensuring that her students excel in clinical practice is unparalleled. But it's not just my learning that has been profoundly impacted. Every student who has crossed her path has benefited from her exceptional teaching skills and dedication. Maribeth exemplifies the highest standards of our profession. Her commitment to evidence-based practice, clinical expertise, and compassionate patient care serves as a role model for all of us. She consistently demonstrates integrity, professionalism, and empathy in her interactions with patients, colleagues, and students alike. Maribeth's contributions to PA education are immeasurable. She is truly deserving of the Henry Buddy Lee Treadwell Award. Please join me in congratulating Maribeth on this well-deserved award.
Amazing. As you can see, we have phenomenal students in our program that's going to do some phenomenal things, and preceptors as well. We're going to transition to the next part of our program, which is actually the hooding and award ceremony. So you may want to stand and take a stretch break as we organize ourselves here and come down to start this part of the ceremony.
Okay, folks, we are going to be beginning in just a moment, so now is the time to find your seat. Okay. All right, folks, it's time to take your seats so we can get these graduates across the stage. Okay, good morning. Good morning, graduates, family, friends, and loved ones. I have the honor of reading the graduate names as they process across the stage today. Graduates, each of you in your rows will take turns lining up over here. I think there are stairs over there somewhere. And then when I call your names, you're going to go up the stairs to receive your graduate hood and your certificate. Family members, loved ones, I know it will be hard, but please try to hold those applause so we can get everyone through. While I'm reading the names, I will also indicate graduates that are Pi Alpha inductees. Pi Alpha is the National PA Honor Society organized to recognize PA students, faculty, and alumni. The motto of Pi Alpha is scholarship, service, leadership. Induction into the Honor Society signifies significant academic achievements and demonstrated excellence in leadership activities, research, publications, service to the community, institution, or profession, and high standards for character and conduct. With all that being said, should we begin? All right, first row, please line up. Amna Ahmed. Gabrielle Aiden. Stephanie Varela Alva. Ryan Amelie Shannon. Rebecca Suzanne Antal. Marcus Denton Arroyo. Molly Claire Austin. Amanda Bassett. Annabelle Caceres. Megan Elizabeth Carney. Mickey de Guzman Chan. Jennifer Chang. Julia Marie Chavez. Ariel D. Costin. Adriana Yoselin da Costa. Na Tui Dao. Devin Elise Davis. Jordan Maria Diaz. Catherine Dixon. Katrina Joy Domingo. Aaron Ely. Faith Ferris. Madison Renee Fazzolari. Elise Fazieva. Alexandra Philippa Pi Alpha inductee. Lolita Catherine Ford. Esther Fuzi. Nishi Gadaretti. Austin Gamache Pi Alpha inductee. Ariana George. Jane Gray, Pi Alpha inductee. Ira Marie Gusilan. Daniel Oyola Guzman. Nicholas Hallam. Tessakaya Harjo, who is unfortunately unable to be here today. Terry Elizabeth Hiles. Tina Hillman, Pi Alpha inductee. Nishat Isidit Hossein. Mia Jabara. Renita Johnson, Pi Alpha inductee. Priscilla Mujinga Kombango. PJ Kempiranon, Pi Alpha inductee. Emma Kerr. Joseph Eric Coe. Obey Commander. Wendy Kong. Naomi Lanos, Pi Alpha inductee. Diana Lay, Pi Alpha inductee. Tammy Lay. Nicholas Kyle Leachman. Courtney Lero. Lila Latola, Pi Alpha inductee. Lauren Faith Lemons. Jasmine Lee. Catherine Liao. Kiki Lin. Yi Lu. Christopher Marshall. Carrington Sinclair McAllister. Yasmin Star McNeil Wells. Divine Providence Meng. Heather Messling. Jesse Michael. Megan Kathleen Mitchell, Pi Alpha inductee. Emmanuel Moreno Ortiz. Roman Musselman. Alex Napolitan. Fidelma Ndegi. Jim Viet Hung Nguyen. Chiamaka Opara Ogukwe. Cameron Sunner Orland. Stephen S. Paik. Madison Michelle Parker. Adriana Reyes Passarella. Andrew Sheldon Phelps. Leo James Phillips, Pi Alpha inductee. Ruth Ramos Sanchez. Jamie Schwartz, Pi Alpha inductee. Yoon Ha Shim. Elizabeth Shipman, Pi Alpha inductee. Madeline Kathleen Stokes. Adriana Garcia Suji. Joshua Sullivan, Pi Alpha inductee. Rachel Suresh Kumar. Caitlin Teefy. Daniel Troyer. Riley Walker. Andrew Fenwick Watts. Madison Elizabeth Winsand. Andrea Zamora. Christine Huangzhou, Pi Alpha inductee. Congratulations, class of 2024. All right. We're not quite done yet. Almost. Before I leave the podium, there are 2 more Pi Alpha inductees from our faculty. Full-time PA faculty who have at least 3 years' experience within PA education and have fulfilled the criteria of distinguished scholarship, leadership, or service to the profession are eligible for induction. This year, we are recognizing Dr. Brittany Macon-Davis and Jaquetta Melvin. And now, Professor Anna Marie Stryline will lead you through the PA professional oath.
Good afternoon. No, good morning. I know y'all are hot. Does anyone need to borrow my fan for this last bit? I do need it back. All right. Greetings, family, friends, colleagues, and graduates of the Duke PA program class of 2024. I have the honor and privilege of rounding out our program, our ceremony, by administering the PA professional oath. This oath was developed from the Guidelines for Ethical Conduct for the PA Profession, initially adopted by the American Academy of Physician Assistants in the year 2000, and amended and reaffirmed since then. The oath reflects the fundamental values the PA profession strives to uphold and provides guidance for PAs in professional interactions with physicians, with patients, with colleagues, other health professionals, and the public. Graduates and any other PAs who are present and would like to take the PA professional oath are invited to stand and repeat with me. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will not discriminate. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the patient-specific information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my practice of medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to a healthy community and the improvement of public health. I will respect my professional relationship with all members of the healthcare team. I will share and expand my clinical and professional knowledge with PAs and PA students. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. Thank you. You may be seated. This concludes our ceremony. Faculty and staff members will process out first, followed by our graduates. Following the recessional, family and friends are encouraged to exit the chapel from the nearest exit and join your graduate on the front lawn. Shuttle buses will be available to take you to our celebratory reception at the Washington Duke or the parking garage. Let's have a final round of applause for our graduates.